Hello everyone. Recently I've been getting a lot of comments of people asking me to make a new settings video, and it's been over a year since I've made the original one, so I think it's about time I do an updated version. If you're only here for a specific setting, check the description for timestamps below. Okay, first thing before I actually talk about the in-game settings, I do have some color settings outside of Sea of Thieves for anyone curious, so I'm going to go through that first really quick. Personally, my PC has a NVIDIA graphics card, so I'll show you how to change this on a NVIDIA graphics card, but I can't imagine it's too different on other graphics cards. Anyway, all you want to do is right click on your desktop, click show more options, then NVIDIA control panel. When it pops up, click on adjust desktop color settings if it doesn't start on that tab. Here you want to up the brightness from 50 to 55%. And then down here at the bottom, turn digital vibrance up to 70%, just to make the colors pop a little more. Alright, now we can go on to the actual game settings. Starting at the bottom here, I have 110 FOV on everything that you can put it on, except the water barrel for some reason. Down here I have my shadow, model, texture, and water detail all set to rare. My lighting is set to common. And particle effects, particle resolution, animation quality, and unique mesh buffer are all set to cursed. Here you can turn disable blur on. It just makes it a bit easier to look at the ghost loot. Disable screen shake though is something you definitely want to turn on because it makes it a lot easier to see what you're shooting at on Canon. You can disable rats, but I still have them on. They don't really do much. Now finishing out the color settings here, I have color blindness on green red, and I have the strength at 0.5 and saturation at max. Most people usually have the strength a little higher, but I personally think that it makes the colors like the blue of the sky and the water look too similar. Also, the sun can be really bright if you max this out. Onto the video settings. These first four are just default settings, but here's where the settings start to change. First of all, turn off VSync. It's not going to help your game run any better. Brightness I have up by 5, just to make it slightly easier to see when it's nighttime. Color contrast, just leave it on the default. Frame lock is the last setting here that you can mess with. A while ago I remember there being lag issues if you were above a certain amount of frames. Don't even ask me how that works. But anyway, I've had it locked at 144 for the longest time, but you could turn it off if you want. For HUD settings, there's only a few things here, but I think they're important, so the first thing you want to change here is island banners. Set them to slimline, and change the banner style to reduced. This will make it so you can see your health and ammo if any type of banner pops up on your screen mid-fight. And finally down here, turn on both of these disable milestone settings because you don't want to have these popping up on your screen in a fight. In gameplay settings, the first thing I changed was I turned on reduce hold to interact, which if you see my other tips videos recently, you know I love this setting. But what it does is, well, it does exactly what it says. Anything that requires you to hold your interact key, you can just tap it instead, so mainly this applies to reloading cannon, dropping anchor, repairing, and offering. But be careful with that one because if you click it once, you just insta-offer and you can't do anything about it. I also have disable ship trinket interactions on just so I don't accidentally start customizing my boat. Last thing to change here if you don't have it on already is turn on server authoritative hit markers. So regardless if your shot hits or barely misses on your screen, you'll only see the hit marker if it registered on the server. For input, I'm on 1.3 in-game sensitivity and 800 mouse DPI. For the rest of the ADS senses, I have all of them set to 10. Finally, for my keybinds. I haven't changed a lot here, but I'll go through the ones that I have changed. First one is I made my hold to crouch key left control. Push to talk I have as a side mouse button. For my weapons, I have cycle weapons as scroll wheel up on my mouse, but I also have each weapon binded here to the number 1 and 2, just in case. I have my bucket as the C key, cannonball as the G key. Food is my second side mouse button. I have scroll wheel down as my throwables, and my planks as V. And the rest of this is default settings. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video, and if you're not already, consider dropping a like and subscribing. If you want to watch some of my other videos, check out these ones on the right, and I'll see you in the next one.